Sister 6. By Hak Jin Kim. In the morning before Christmas, flurries of snow begin to fall. While walking to the office from the parking lot, Sook thinks that it is a white Christmas this year. When Sook starts her day by turning on her computer, she is visited by Hyo-sun, who enters the office with a big smile. "Oh, hi, Mrs. Lee. How have you been? Long time no see. I heard your invitation yesterday from Bora. So I was about to call you to see if it was real," Sook says, bowing to Hyo-sun. "Yes, right. I invited you and Bora to the Christmas dinner. Bora is Lang's best friend and I think you're close to me. So we can have dinner together. Sook, do you accept my invitation?" Hyo-sun gazes at Sook. "Yes, thank you for your invitation. But, I'm wondering if Bora and I can go to your family gathering," Sook asks. "Sook, Lang and I want to spend time with you. By the way, I heard from Lang that Bora would enter SNU. It was amazing to hear that news. You must be very proud of Bora. Do you mind if I ask about your husband?" "Oh, never mind. I shouldn't ask you about your private thing. I'm sorry, Sook." Hyo-sun holds her tongue quickly. "That's alright, but I just don't want to mention Bora's father. Please understand me, Mrs. Lee." Sook smiles. On the way home, Hyo-sun begins to wonder more and more if Sook was her dead son's girlfriend because she couldn't dispel the possibility that Bora would be her granddaughter, since she saw her late son on Bora's face and character when they had lunch this past summer. She wanted to ask Bora about her childhood at that time, but she swallowed her doubts because Bora had to focus on her studies until December. As she knows that everything around Bora goes well, she contrives the Christmas dinner, expecting the chance to find out who Bora's father is. She still remembers that her dead son had a girl whom he had had a crush on, and broke up with due to her dislike of that girl. Now her son was gone, and she badly wants to know that her guess about Bora proves true. Therefore, Hyo-sun, a wise and wealthy lady, comes up with a plan to appease her curiosity. It is to put an old picture of her late son on the console in the corner of the living room, and she will let Sook sit on the sofa near the console after finishing Christmas dinner, which enables Sook to find the old picture. The next step is to observe Sook's expression and then determine whether her thought about Bora is right. On Christmas Day, Sook looks out the window and finds that flurries of snow fall again. While doing the dishes at the kitchen sink, she gapes at the snow. Falling snow on Christmas makes Sook feel melancholy. She tries not to recall the day when she broke up with her boyfriend, but the memories of the past has already crossed her mind. She finally recalls the first snow of the season. That remains as the memory of loneliness. That day when the first snow of the season came, her boyfriend left her without knowing her pregnancy. Though it was about 2 decades ago, she still can't take her mind off her feelings of despair. But she shakes her head to erase the bad memories. At that moment, Bora comes in the kitchen and finds that Sook seems to be captivated by falling snow. "Good morning, Mom." "Oh, it's snowing. What are you doing this early?" Bora says, holding Sook's shoulders. "Oh, honey, you woke up. I'm so glad to see the snow falling on Christmas. I was thinking of the past." Sook smiles. "Mom, the past is the past. I always think of what I have to do today. I thought you didn't look back. Anyway, what are we gonna buy Lang and her family?" Bora says. "How about homemade cupcakes? I'll make them, and you just watch me until I finish them," Sook says. "Sounds good. But, Mom, I think I can do it better. Let's make cupcakes together after breakfast." When Bora and Sook leave for Lang's house in the evening, the snow is melted due to the warm weather. On ringing the doorbell, the gate is open automatically, and Bora sees Lang standing on the lawn in front of the porch. Bora and Sook are greeted by Hyo-sun and her family. Merry Christmas. I'm Bum Sook Lee, Lang's father. This is Kyung Lee, Lang's mother. And this is my older brother and his family. We welcome you to our home, Bum Sook says with a smile. Merry Christmas. Thank you for inviting us. I'm Sook Kong and this is Bora. Sook introduces herself. After all of them say hello to each other politely, they sit at the table. The dinner table is set with many kinds of food which Sook hasn't tasted before. She sees Mrs. Kim, who is seated next to Sook, wondering who made all the food. After Hyo-sun says grace, they begin to enjoy dinner. Bora looks happy with Lang and Won. But Sook seems to be uncomfortable, although she smiles whenever her eyes meet Hyo-sun's. Sook rises to her feet in the middle of dinner to go to the bathroom since she feels sick to her stomach. Sook, are you okay? Mrs. Kim asks. Yes, but I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, Sook says. Sook closes door softly behind her in the bathroom. She takes a deep breath and mumbles. How can Lang's father look like my ex? Oh, come to think of it. It's odd that I was invited by Hyo-sun. Is she Bum-kyu's mother? No, it can't be. Bum-kyu isn't here anyway. She shakes her head and calms herself down. Sook gets back to her seat and pretends to enjoy dinner, chatting with others. Bum Sook and his older brother seem to be considerate. In the middle of dinner, Bum Sook says to Sook that she is lucky to have such a daughter as Bora. Ms. Kong, I think you're a good mother for Bora. That's why my mother like you, I guess, Bum Sook says, smiling. Oh, thank you, Mr. Lee. I appreciate your compliment and I'm grateful to Lang. Lang changed Bora, who has closed her mind to people around her, Sook says. A while later, dinner is over. Bora, Lang and Won go upstairs while Bum Sook and his brother go to the study. As Lang's mother and other women clean up the table, Hyo-sun and Sook go to the living room. Hyo-sun takes a seat in front of the console so that Sook can't help looking at family photos which are placed behind Hyo-sun. I really like all the food. And I'm so honored to have Christmas dinner with your family, Sook says, sipping tea. Don't mention it. I'm so happy with you now, Hyo-sun says. Sook smiles at Hyo-sun and then her eyes go beyond Hyo-sun. At that point, Hyo-sun sees Sook tremble with her eyes set on the picture of Bum-kyu. Soon, Sook turns her eyes to the coffee table. Mrs. Lee, it's getting late. We'd better go home. Sook rises to her feet and calls Bora. On the way home, Sook doesn't talk to Bora at all. Although Bora stares at Sook all the way home, Sook doesn't care about it. Inside home, Bora glances at Sook without asking anything and guesses that Sook must be shocked after dinner when she was with Hyo-sun. Bora lets Sook be alone and goes to her room. Sook is still out of her mind, wondering how this unbelievable thing happened. As long as she knew, Bum-kyu had lived in Seoul, not in Sungbak-dong. She has never imagined that Hyo-sun is his mother. She feels distressed because she can't come up with any idea how to put her everyday life back on track. Right now she just wants to get away from Hyo-sun. The more she thinks of Hyo-sun, the more she feels foolish. Sook thinks that she was such a fool to accept Hyo-sun as a warm-hearted friend without doubting anything. Hyo-sun, who hired Mrs. Kim as her housekeeper, couldn't treat Mrs. Kim and Sook like friends in such a position. Sook feels dumb for accepting Hyo-sun's disguised hospitality. And she even hates herself, feeling how she could be deceived. As the night grows dark, Sook feels more and more betrayed. From the first place, Hyo-sun wasn't interested in Sook, who was Mrs. Kim's niece. She just wanted to find out whether Bora is her granddaughter. Oh, boy, how dumb I was. She would enjoy playing me. One way or another, Bora is my daughter and Hyo-sun has nothing to do with Bora. She hasn't known Bora's existence so far. She can't take Bora away from me, Sook says to herself. After a couple of minutes, Sook mumbles again. By the way, wait a minute, then Lang is Bora's cousin. If I think in a different way, Bora doesn't have to be lonely by having grandma and relatives. Well, then it looks good. If Hyo-sun wants to have Bora as her granddaughter, I shouldn't reject it for Bora. Sook, it's a good luck for Bora to become a family member of the Lees, Sook mumbles. Sook thinks about Hyo-sun in a positive way. She sees a bright future for Bora and begins to feel sleepy. The next morning, after Christmas, Bora wakes up earlier than Sook and sees Sook fall into a deep sleep. She walks to the kitchen to make coffee for herself. Holding a cup of coffee, Bora looks out the window at the trees lined up along the fence of the apartment complex. She thinks of Juan first and then Lang, who entertained Bora on Christmas Day with a smile on her lips. And she thinks of Sook's face, wondering what made Sook look so rigid and frightened. But Bora makes up her mind not to ask Sook the reason until Sook tells her the story. As the alarm set on Sook's cell phone goes off, the day starts as usual. Sook comes out of her room smiling at Bora. Good morning, my sweetie. You're having morning coffee, huh? Oh, yeah, now you're a grown-up, Sook says. Yeah, Mom. I'm gonna be a college student soon. Do you go to work today? Bora says. Yep. I should go 'cause I have an appointment with clients. They'll sign the sales contract. My pleasure is to earn money, you know, Sook says, winking at Bora. Ms. Kong, I know you're enjoying your work. I'm always proud of you. You're my heroine. Bora winks at Sook, too.